casting off is a lot more simpler. It's actually pretty easily once you get the hang of it. And what I recommend is you get a crochet needle. You can still use your hook, but a crochet needle works a lot better. What we need to do is where we finished off, we'll be facing down. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pick up that one. Okay. And then what I would recommend is now get your crochet tool and just stick it into the same loop. Using your fingers, now grab the other one. Okay, and now we're going to take the first one that we grabbed and just using your crochet needle pull back through. Now rotate your needle so now it's facing the next hook. Just, do you see how that the string is kind of like zigzagging back and forth? That's exactly how we have to dismantle this thing. So grabbing the next one, which will be the one diagonal, put it onto the hook and use your hands grabbing the one and pulling it through. Now rotating your needle again to the next hook, or next peg, sorry. Putting it onto the hook and then pulling it through. And now grabbing, going back into the other direction, putting it on, pulling the one that's already on there through. Now it kind of looks like a mess that's going in behind, but that's because my material is not long enough. It's not like that one in the background. So picking up, put it on, grabbing the one that's existing, pull it through. We just keep working our way down the apparatus doing the same configuration. Pulling it through. You can see I'm picking up speed, and that's just because I'm used to the angle now, and the concept is literally coming together. Now I noticed that the shrinkage rate on this thing, it doesn't come out the entire width. It does shrink maybe about an inch on both sides of the loom. You could try to use the regular tool that this comes with, but I don't recommend it. The chances of dropping a stitch is really high, as well as trying to recover from a drop stitch can be quite difficult, just from what I've seen. Oops. There's a great example there, so picking up. This is just really cheap. Oops, I dropped one. Oh, jeez. Oh, I dropped the green. And we are getting close to the end. And like most yarn hook or crafts, we do not tie at the end. We just weave back the material through what we already have. Just going to turn my camera. Oh, my email scared me. Because I'm tense into this project. Okay, and so we're coming to the... Okay, we've got one more to go. So on our very last one that we have, what we're going to just do is pick it up and put it through. So you'll end up with a loop right at the very end. And you want to pull it out as much as you can. So what we need to do is, looking back over here where we started, we need to cut the string to the maximum amount of the project going across. So let me zoom back out. So we just got to lay that material out, and we're going to cut it to about 5 inches extra in the end. Coming back to the start of this, we're going to use that crochet hook again, just sticking it in, and we have to weave this material through. So what I do, just like I weave it normally, is that I stick my needle in, grab my 2 strings, pull it through towards you, then I throw it back over the top, moving down the crochet project. Sometimes I only grab one, but I just go back in and grab the second one and throw it over the top, moving down. So this looks like it's part of the edge, so it's working. So what I recommend is you don't cut these strings until you really have to, like right at the very end, so that you don't cut it too short. Nothing is worse than cutting something too short and realizing that there's no recovery. I find the loom knitting it's very unforgiving if you make an error in judgment. Unlike crochet, you can just pull it apart and redo. Because this is working with those pegs, you can't really do that. So we're just continuing to work down our project. Okay, so we're at the very end, so just stick your needle back through that loop, grab your material and pull through that hole. Okay, and now you'll want to pull it tight. So now what we have is, now you want to weave this back in, going back in the direction you just came from. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if this material was a lot bigger, the way that it's flexing at the end there would not be so dramatic. Okay, so then again, throwing it back over the top, moving your needle down the material, and grabbing it. And just go back maybe 4 or 5 inches. And then what you just need to do is then trim these edges. So you didn't really actually have to finish with a knot. You can, depending on your application. Again, you probably want to cut that again. and then stretch it back out. So there's your casting off method, just like so.